All right, guys, we are back and we are taking on Josh Emmet versus Lerone Murphy in today's video. Josh Emmet has a pretty sick knockout over Bryce Mitchell, and then he lost to the top of the division, whereas Lerone Murphy is on a 15-fight win streak, beating the same kind of guys that Josh Emmet was beating until Josh fought the top of the division. So Josh Emmet is kind of a gatekeeper at this point. He was gatekeeping Yair Rodriguez, he was gatekeeping Ilia Topuria, and I guess he was also gatekeeping Bryce Mitchell, which is a test that Mitchell failed. Let's just really get into their stats. So Josh Emmet is 40. That's a pretty big drawback in this fight. He's just older. That's going to mean that he's slower. It's going to mean that he can take less damage than his younger opponent. He is 168 centimeters tall, 178 centimeters in reach, compared to Lerone Murphy, who is 175 centimeters tall, so 7 centimeters taller, and 187 centimeters in reach, so 9 centimeters longer in reach. And again, most notably, he is 33 years old. In the prime of his career, hasn't taken that much damage. He is a pretty safe fighter, and he's going up against a guy who has taken a lot of damage. Josh Emmet has taken a beating in his fights. So let's go through these guys' career. Josh Emmet completely destroys Bryce Mitchell. That was a beautiful fight for Josh Emmet. It was a great bounce back fight after taking some brutal losses against Ilia Topuria and Yair Rodriguez. Against Ilia Topuria, he just got completely outclassed. Ilia Topuria is a great fighter. He has great anti-grappling. He has great aggressive grappling. And his boxing is world class. It's like the top of the UFC in terms of boxing. He was really able to box up Josh Emmet and has one of the only 10-7 rounds in the UFC against Josh Emmet. Against Yair Rodriguez, he got triangle choked in round 2. Josh Emmet was getting outclassed on the feet by Yair, and so he does what all of Yair's opponents do, and he took him down, and he just kind of like walked into a triangle choke. So this is a symptom of Josh Emmet being older. It's a symptom of him not having that same kind of speed physically, but also not the same type of pace that he's willing to put his body through to get the W on his opponents. We can talk about a few of these fights before Josh Emmet came up and fought the top of the division. He fought Calvin Kattar in a fight that a lot of people thought he lost. He fought Dan Ige, controlling him mostly through grappling. And he also fought Shane Burgos and really just walloped him. Before that, these fights are a little bit irrelevant to what we're going to be talking about today, but he does have a pretty great UFC career, all things being told. Let's compare that to Lerone Murphy's career. So Lerone Murphy is actually undefeated. He has 15 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw. He beat Dan Ige, unanimous decision. He beat Edson Barboza, unanimous decision. He beat Josh Kulabau, decision. He beat Gabriel Santos, split decision. And he beat Makwan Amirkhani with a knee. I mean, who doesn't knock out Makwan Amirkhani? So this guy is a very defensive fighter. He's a very smart fighter. He does have physicality in terms of just how much power he's willing to put behind his punches. But even that being said, he doesn't really have a lot of knockouts. He's not the hardest hitting guy in the world. And I don't think he's going to be able to knock out Josh Emmet. He does have good anti-grappling. So he was able to out-grapple Josh Kulabau. He was able to keep Makwan Amirkhani off of him in round 2, even though he did get out-grappled by him in round 1. But he survived the round. He just has good overall. He has good all around skills. And guys, like this, I'm not super high on either of these fighters, but the thing is, I'm not high on Josh Emmet at all, and I think that Lerone Murphy is pretty good. Josh Emmet, once again, barely beat Dan Ige. He lost to Calvin Kattar, in my opinion. I think Bryce Mitchell is a fraud, and his best showing is beating up on Shane Burgos for 15 minutes, where he was just throwing huge overhand bombs. Josh Emmet is a fighter who is a remnant of the past, a wrestler who throws really big punches, just like haymakers, and doesn't really have that many technical skills on the ground. I think Josh Emmett's best path to victory is pressing Lerone Murphy up against the cage. But at this point, I think just any generically good fighter in the UFC who has decently rounded skills can beat Josh Emmett. And Lerone Murphy is that fighter. He has good cardio. He has decently rounded skills. He's got good anti-grappling. He's got good striking. I think we're going to see Lerone Murphy winning 50-45 on the cards. Once again, he has to watch out for those big right hands that Josh Emmett throws, and he needs to not allow himself to get pressed up against the cage. But if he can do those two things, then he should have a pretty easy. And I wouldn't be surprised if Lerone Murphy is about like a minus 350 favorite. I haven't taken a look at the odds, but let's go check them out right now. The prelims are already starting. Yeah, Lerone Murphy minus 310. So that's right around where I would expect these odds to be. But anyway, let me know what you think. Do you think Josh Emmett still has some life in him that I am just overlooking because of his age and his kind of lackluster performances in the past? Do you think Lerone Murphy has what it takes to actually like make a run at featherweight? If he can get past Josh Emmett, I don't think that's saying much, but maybe that is an indicator that he can make a run for the title. Who do you guys got? I got Lerone Murphy by decision. I don't think he has the power or the skills on the ground to finish Josh Emmett. Josh Emmett is a tough bastard. Let me know your predictions in the comment section down below, and everyone, enjoy the fights.